What is good? What is up? I hope everybody's having a blessed one. Welcome back to the Building Through Strength podcast, man. Dang, like you're about to hear from somebody who made one of the hardest decisions an athlete can make, and stay true to who he is. This man, he's what I think of when I think of grinding. He came almost from nothing, built his way up, and he's still going. My man got a shout out by G Herbo.
For sure.
And bro, he has some bangers. So y'all welcome my boy Yallluv3.
Appreciate it, man.
I'd have known 3 for a minute now since freshman year of college for him. That was like my sophomore year. But every time we had a little conversation here and there, it was always good conversation.
For sure.
Um, man, thank you for being on.
For sure.
I
Thank you for having
appreciate
me.
it. I
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
having me.
So take us back. So when did music become a hobby for you?
Um, when I got to Wofford, actually,
Really?
yeah, for sure.
So what got you into it?
Well, you remember Javis?
Yeah.
I was a roommate with Javis Rick. Uh, yeah. As soon as we
Okay.
got in there, he had a music set up,
Oh,
and I
that's what's
thought
up.
he was like just a gamer. I didn't
Yeah.
know what it was. But he was like, "Nah, I make music." So I was like, "Yeah, like show me how to do it. Show me how to make it." And
Okay.
from there, it was just I was doing it every day.
Dang, I didn't even know that. So you
Yeah.
straight from Wofford. So what tell us about your football journey. What got you to Wofford?
Well, my dad was my coach through high
Yeah.
school. Yeah,
Okay.
so he stayed on me hard. Made sure I worked hard. Made sure I chased my goals.
Yeah.
Anything I wanted to do, he made sure that I knew that hard work came with it.
Right.
So that's
No, well,
pretty
that's
much it.
that's what's up. So was football always like your number one sport, or like did you do anything else with it?
I like I wanted to be a basketball player.
Really?
Yeah,
I heard you was a hooper. I heard you was like that.
you know, do my little thing.
I got you. So um when it came down like to the time of like when you're deciding between like okay like I want to take rap serious, um and but then at the same time you're a Division 1 athlete,
Right.
what was like that deciding factor, and like how was your thought process throughout it?
I don't think um I really wanted to be a rapper at
Yeah.
that time. Like when I was at Wofford, I had fun doing it.
Yeah.
But at that point, I don't think I was like ready to say, okay, I want to take this serious.
Facts. So like when did it click?
I feel like for me, I was just put in situations where
Yeah.
I had to face the obvious.
Right.
It just like, I pray for signs, I
Yeah.
just went with it.
Yeah, and that's a blessing though, because like the thing is you never know what God has really had his plan for you.
For sure.
Like you came to college playing football, everybody wants to go pro in football
For
and do
sure.
this and do that.
For
But the
sure.
thing is like if God doesn't want that for you, he's
You're
not
not
gonna
gonna
make
let
it
it happen.
happen.
Right. Right.
His plan is gonna happen no matter whether you like it or not.
For sure.
And like just the way that he's gonna go about it is like you may have one plan, but the thing is God will, give you another one.
Right.
And I mean honestly that's a blessing. So like with your music, like what does that mean to you?
My music to me is more like an escape
Facts.
from reality in a way.
Okay.
But at the same time, being real with myself. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But it's definitely an escape. Something I can talk to and it won't talk back. It's
Facts.
going, you know what I'm saying? It's
So
like an
not
outlet.
that's what's up, and that's like with building with strength. That's our biggest thing here is building mentally, physically, and spiritually. And you talking to your music, you being able to put your pain and be able to put your feelings into your music and put it out there. That's the same exact way that I'm doing this podcast of
Right,
me putting my pain, putting my feelings, and how I feel into this.
right,
So being able to just talk things out, for other people who don't talk, like if you journal,
right,
just finding a way to talk about your feelings, talk about how you feel, like that's important.
right,
And we don't really realize it as much because sometimes like as men especially, you're like, oh dang, I'm good, I'm tough.
right,
I'll leave it in the back of my mind and I'll be good.
right,
But like you need things like this. You
right.
need to be able to either talk to people, put it on a notepad, put it into music. And that's a blessing, honestly. How does your faith show up in what you create?
I mean, for me, it's like the proof is in the pudding almost. I feel like
Facts.
regardless if anybody else see it, I know how much progress I've made.
Facts.
I've been doing it for like 2 years, 3 years.
Okay.
So
But like the thing is like I would never guess she was doing this for 3 years,
right,
3 years, because like when I heard, Three made music, I'm like, bro, ain't no way this dude, like this goofy dude is always he making music and
for
everything.
sure,
But then like I started listening to it. Um, I can't remember what the first song I listened to, but I definitely remember listening to Interstate,
for sure.
and I'm like, dang, like this
Yeah,
is bumping. Like
yeah,
ain't no way this is three.
for sure.
But then you start blowing up off of stuff and blowing up off of stuff, and I'm like ain't no way three the kid that I have a video of you hanging out a window calling me Kendrick Perkins. Like I'm like, bro, ain't no way this dude is blowing up. But
For
then
sure.
like I always saw the way that you worked on the field. I always saw your mentality towards anything that you truly care about.
Right,
And I'm like, dang, like I'm happy for him because that's something that you deserve. If
for
you
sure,
if you're working hard for something and you're pushing yourself to get there, good things will show out of it.
for
And I
sure.
mean, you got, good good albums, good EPs. And I mean, you got what, another album on the way?
I got an EP on the way.
A EP?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's
I mean,
up.
you could call it an album if you
But
want to.
little album EP,
Yeah,
whatever. You got some music on the
for
way,
sure,
basically.
for sure.
And I mean, everybody, we're gonna tag everything so y'all can go ahead and see it, so y'all can go ahead and look at it. Because I'm telling y'all, like, this kid is up next. Like, he's making good music. I listened to a whole bunch of my homeboys back at home,
Yeah,
and I'm like, bro, like, ain't no way. Like, you're just making music because you're bored. Like, bro, this dude is making music and it's good. I promise you.
for sure,
So y'all go ahead, y'all listen to this Yallluv 3. Y'all, so it's YA 3 L's
for sure.
and three.
Thank you for that.
Gotta
Thank you for
put
that.
3 L's
Thank
in.
you for
Of
that.
course,
Thank you for
of
that.
course. So I
Thank you
mean,
for that.
speaking of the name, what's the message behind it?
I mean, if I'm being completely honest,
Mhm.
transparent with you, it was like my TikTok name a long time ago. It was like y'all love CT, which is
Really?
my initials, if you don't know. But
Dang.
I
That,
just snatched that and put a three to it.
that's what's up though, because what, 3 was your football number, wasn't it?
For sure.
That's what's up. And I mean, a lot of guys who are rappers who pursue well, a lot of football players who pursue music careers do stuff like that.
For sure.
Um, I mean, that's what's up. I mean, Ugly God had his like old Vine handle as his name.
Yeah, same thing.
But I
Same thing.
mean, yeah, that's what's up. So, what are you hoping that people feel when they hear your music?
I mean, really something that they can connect to. I feel like
Yeah,
through my music, I try to put the feeling into it more than anything. So it's
facts.
like I just want you to have that feeling that I got. Maybe
Yeah,
you feel the same way, just like what you're doing here with this
yeah.
podcast. Same thing with the music. Hopefully, you feel however I feel. It'll help
hmm
you get through what you're getting through.
That's what's up. Cause I mean, I know you got people who like listen to Drake when they're down, or
Right,
certain artists when you're up.
right.
And I mean, you're that Ash is being a. But anyways, like you feel certain ways when you listen to certain people.
Right.
And honestly, like if I'm just chilling or something like that, I'll put you on just to go ahead and if I'm chilling something like that, and it's not because I rock with you, but it's just because like the music is
Good
good.
music.
Um, and I mean that's what's up. So like you made this big decision in your life. How did the people around you? How did they take it?
Man, I mean, like, it's just where I'm from. I'm from a small town, Conway, South Carolina,
Facts.
outside of Myrtle Beach. Uh, it's not really looked upon as a career,
Mm-hmm.
as something stable, more of like a hobby.
Facts.
But I know, like with the work that I put into it, with the
Mm-hmm.
with the energy and the time that I put into it,
Yeah.
I can make it so much more than what people see.
That's good.
So,
I mean, and how was your support system? Like, how did they help you throughout the
um,
journey of that?
it took a while for them to
Facts.
see what I see, cause
Yeah.
I didn't really go about it as, oh, they don't see what I see, so
Mhm.
forget them. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't like that at all. I understand that it's not really common. What I do is not very common
Yeah.
to the people that I grew up around,
Yeah, and
things of
that's
that nature.
I mean, I completely understand that because I mean, I don't have any homeboys who did a podcast. I don't have any family, any friends who did a podcast. Like we started one back in I believe sophomore year, which is all the guys together, and we had a good time with it.
Yeah.
But we were doing it just for fun. And I mean, there's of course those podcasts where you can have fun, but like this one means so much more. This one means so much deeper. And like I haven't really like put it out there for my immediate family
Right.
because I'm not saying that I don't want their respect, but at the same time, like I'll send them a podcast and I'm like, y'all can listen to it if y'all want to, but if y'all don't listen to it, I completely understand. I'm gonna put it out there anyway.
Regardless. Yeah.
And I mean for anybody, like yes, it's important to have your family with you. It's important to have, people to fall back on, but at the same time, you got you at the end of the day.
Right.
When
100%.
like you're born by yourself, you die by yourself.
For sure.
So why not go with yourself? Why not trust yourself?
Right.
So I mean, I think like what I've been really leaning on lately is if I feel like I'm about to make a decision, I go through 3 stages first, and this is for everybody. So first off, when it pops up into my mind, I think about it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I pray about it.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm thinking about it enough where I'm like, dang, like I really need to pray about this,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm gonna go and pray about it. Gonna go talk to God about it, saying, God, show me a sign,
Right.
just
Right.
like you said. God, is this good for me? Is this not good for me? What do I need to gain out of this? And if I feel, that voice of God, that Holy Spirit, if He's talking to me, then I'll act on it. Or, I'll talk to a friend, a close friend, be like, hey, what do you think about this? Hey, what do you think about that? And sometimes God's gonna show you what you need to do or how you need to do something. Sometimes through your friends, sometimes through Him, sometimes He'll put something in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is like, if I'm going to these 3 things, like if I wake up in the morning and damn make breakfast, and I'm like, God, do I want pancakes? If I want pancakes, if God is putting pancake mix in front of me, and I ask Zay if Zay wants some pancakes, and he say yeah, then
Should probably make some pancakes.
facts. That's what I'm saying. So like for anybody like, and it's not just pancakes. That's just
Just
a
yeah.
stupid little analogy,
Yeah.
but
Analogy.
like with your life, that's how you got to carry it. It's
For
like
sure.
just taking things and just going with it, just trusting yourself, trusting God, and trusting the plans that He has for you. Um, and honestly, like lately, that's kept me grounded. This past month or so, with what I've been going through, what I've been thinking about mentally, is I gotta find something to keep me grounded.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what keeps you grounded?
God.
God,
For sure.
that's what's up.
It's because it's a lot that comes
Mm-hmm.
with what I do.
No, for
You
sure.
got to be able to see past a lot.
Yeah,
Hate, envy, jealousy. Position brings that.
facts,
You feel me? So
facts,
you got to be able to have somebody
mhm,
to be able to talk to get you through.
facts,
Look for the signs. God, if I need to be here, let me be here. If I
facts,
need to go over there, take me over there. Wherever I
facts.
can,
And
lock in on what's important.
nah, that's what's up. And honestly, like it's a blessing just to have him, in your corner. Because in the Bible it says that God will never leave you nor forsake you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you trust in him, and like that's the first thing you do is like once you put your trust in him, you take it all the way, like take your hands off the situation and he'll let it happen. And like prime example, like once I hit you up to get on the podcast, bro, you being real aggressive. But once I hit you up to be on the podcast, and I was like, yeah, we can do this on the phone. We can do this like a video call. We can, you can do it in person. You was like, bro, let's do this in person. Like
For
you
sure.
wanted to be authentic.
For sure.
Like that's a blessing from God,
For
bro.
sure.
And the thing is like, yes, a video call is very, very cool. It's very important. I did one with Trooper Wright. Shout out Troop if you're still listening to this. But um, he was like, "Dang, like I'll make that drive."
Yeah.
And like that's God telling you like, "Go ahead, step out your comfort
For
zone,
sure.
go out and do this." Because like I can sit here, I can talk to you
Right.
face to
Face to
face.
face. Yeah.
We got 2 cameras set up, and and like it's real nostalgic because like
For sure.
we used to chop it up every now and then here and there, and the fact that we both grown in different ways and different levels to a different level of maturity, now we're both sitting here on a podcast. I would have never thought I'd sit here and be talking to a rapper in what episode 6 or 7 of the podcast. Like
But here we are.
I would say that's growth.
For
That's
sure.
growth. Um, and back to a couple questions. Do you still carry pieces of that athlete mindset?
For sure. It's just like You gotta put the work in if you
Mhm.
want results. Like, I'm
Facts.
not saying that I look for results. I
Mhm.
look for the work, and
Facts.
that's where I'm at now with my creative process.
Facts.
Cause
That's
yeah,
what's up.
yeah.
Um, where do you think like your best songs, like how do you think those come about?
Um, by not thinking about the outcome,
Facts.
just like I say, falling in love with the work step by
Facts.
step.
And I mean that's important. I think
Yeah.
like for me personally, physically, I have a goal. I want to get up to 220 pounds and I want to be able to bench 315.
Mhm. Of
But the thing is, like, I can't go in the gym tomorrow and bench 315 off the bat.
course not.
Like I'm benching this today, get
Build your
stronger,
way
get
up
stronger.
step by
Facts.
step. Yeah,
And that's the thing, like building yourself up step by step is probably the most important thing. Is like you said, falling in love with the
the
process,
process
falling in love in how you do things and how you carry yourself about the things that you do.
for sure.
And that's what's up. Honestly, and just thinking about it, you was talking about having how God is, your backbone with your music.
Hmm.
How has he shown up in your journey? Even in the uncertainty.
Uncertainty. That's a big word. It's
Yeah.
like you don't really get to know how
Mhm.
far you are with your process,
Facts.
but then you get placed in places like this where
Mhm.
I mean you know what I got going on.
Yeah.
So it's like it makes you almost take a step back and look like wow. But
Dang.
it's also motivation, like to keep going
That's good. Like that's what's so like having God show you like that your work is paying
for
off.
sure.
And he doesn't do it by like, putting a big sign in front of you saying your work is showing off. It's subtle things.
Very,
It's very like somebody might walk past you in the mall be like, "Hey bro, I listen to your music."
for sure.
Or
That
have you ever
happens. That happens a
it
lot.
does?
Yes.
That's what's up. Dang.
Different cities, like it's really weird.
Uh-huh.
Almost it's weird, but it's like, dang, like you know of my
Like,
craft. Like
yeah,
that's crazy to me. Yeah. I
that's what's
appreciate it
up.
though, for
But
sure.
not like just having those small supporters,
Yeah,
even when you don't realize it, even if you don't know it.
for sure.
I'm very sure it's people like it's weird having people know you, but you don't know them.
For sure.
But like at the same time, it's a blessing because
For sure.
you're reaching them, you're
Right.
talking to them,
Right.
and and stuff like that. Um, like dang. And I mean, for anybody else, like you see that being intentional about what you do, being intentional about the work that you're putting in is far more important than the result. It's far more important than, okay, I want to um be a married father with two kids and whatever. But, how do you treat that girl? How do you go about this? Once you do have kids, how do I treat my kids?
Right.
Because everybody wants that happy life. Everybody wants that perfect life. But, when tough times come, what are you gonna do?
Right.
And like you said, like you use God to fall back on that.
For sure.
Um, are you still, running around on the field or anything? Are you still what's up?
I mean, my dad's a coach, so
Yeah,
whenever I get a chance, I go out there with them boys. It
that's what's
it
up.
makes me,
You
miss
know,
it a little bit. Yeah,
yeah, make you feel a little younger again.
for sure.
That's what's up though.
For sure.
Um, right now we're gonna wrap it up. We're coming to an end. Um, a couple questions to ask. Uh, what are you building through strength right now?
What am I building through strength? Um, Really, I say my priorities,
Facts.
what I prioritize in life, and what
Hmm.
I want out of life.
Got you.
I just simply want to be the best at what I do. So
Facts.
that's how I go about everything. That's how I build
That's what's
through
up.
strength.
And when weakness comes, how do you handle that?
Fall back
Facts.
completely. Give it to God.
I
That's all
love
you can do,
I love that. I love
for
that.
sure.
Um, and this might be your favorite question on here, but where can people listen and follow your journey?
Everywhere. Yallluv3, Instagram,
Oh,
TikTok, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever
oh,
Yallluv3,
I love that. So we tag in everything so you do not have an excuse. You
for
you
sure.
can't make nothing up. Everybody, I'm challenging y'all. Y'all at least got to listen to one song. I
Yeah.
promise you, if you give it one song, you find the right song, you gonna be playing it in your car.
Tap in.
You be telling your homeboys to listen to it.
Don't do it.
I can't
Don't do
tell,
it. You're gonna be locked in. Don't do it.
bro. I didn't. There's been so many times like when I go home and I'll be in the car and I'm like, hey, bro, listen to this my homeboy from school. They were like, bro,
They don't want to hear
I
that.
play that jungle
Fever.
fever. Nah, like
What's up?
I'll put it on and like they were like, that was bobbing their heads. I'm like, yeah, I know him. I know him for sure. But
I
that's
appreciate
what's
that
up. I really do appreciate you for having you on the show.
for sure. Thank you for having me.
I would say I appreciate everybody for listening. Like I said, tune in to Three, listening to his music because his music has a purpose. His music has a story. He's just not one of these rappers who's out here talking about, oh, I'm shooting him in the face and
I've been there though.
I'm like,
I've been there,
like,
but I learned.
like the thing
I
is,
learned.
yeah, and like everybody learns.
Yeah,
Everybody has mistakes. Everybody learns from their
that's where
mistakes.
growth comes. For sure.
Growth comes from mistakes, and like the thing is, like that's not who you are. You found your calling in that certain niche,
For sure.
and it's easy to get caught up in the world. It's easy to get caught up in what's popular, but like there's so much more of a purpose when you do stuff
For sure.
when you find your niche. And honestly, like for me, like I didn't I knew I wanted to talk on a podcast. I knew I wanted to do something, but like talking about my feelings, talking about personal problems, that's my niche.
For sure.
And I feel like I can be really, really successful with this if I keep up with it. If I,
Yeah.
sometimes I may not have enough viewers as
That
I
don't
want.
matter.
Got to keep
It's gonna
going.
reach the right people.
Got
For
to keep
sure.
facts. I love that. But yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you
Thank you
for
for
having me
having me.
on. Everybody, I thank y'all for listening. Share this with your mama, share this with your grandma, share this with your auntie, uncle, brother, sister. If you got a dog, put it on the TV while you go to work. I don't care, bro.
For sure.
You're walking proof that chasing God's purpose is worth the risk.
For sure.
I respect it, bro. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for having me.
Anyways, that's gonna wrap up the video. Like it, comment, share it, do whatever you gotta do. And always remember, keep 2 feet down, keep one head up. 143. Peace.